Hello everyone, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always joining us. If you're coming out here for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. It's said that the Minister of the FCT, Wike, has struck a deal with the governors elected under the People's Democratic Party to foster unity within the PDP ahead of the 2027 election. Now, the PDP governors met in Lagos and they've heaped all the blames on Atiku Abubakar. Now they've struck a deal with Wike ahead of 2027. You see, it is said that these PDP governors have reportedly shifted blames to Atiku Abubakar, who was a former vice president, and also the party's 2023 presidential candidate, for the party's deepening internal crisis. And they are making strategic move to mend fences with Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, ahead of the 2027 presidential elections. And sources within the party revealed that the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde recently met with Wike in Lagos to discuss ways to resolve lingering disputes that have fractured the party since its 2023 electoral defeat. Makinde was said to be representing the PDP governors, while Wike spoke on behalf of his loyalists. Now, we know that Seyi Makinde was also part of the G5 governors, where they formed a group in 2023 and they worked against Atiku Abubakar over some grievances. They said Atiku Abubakar is doing too much, the North shouldn't hold power, they want to support a southern candidate and all of that. The high-stakes meeting reportedly addressed several key issues, meaning the bitter feud between Wike and the Rivers State Governor, the ongoing leadership wingling in the South-South zone, and the controversial National Secretary position that has remained unresolved since 2024. Makinde and Wike agreed that all sides need to make a concession. A source close to the discussion disclosed that they believe this is a necessary step to build trust and ensure unity within the party. I mean, we've seen the way PDP is heading, and obviously they are heading towards doom. Everybody is leaving the party. Only some few governors are left in the party, and Seyi Makinde will be rounding up his his second tenure. But meanwhile, all these governors defecting are just barely in their first term. I mean, they are barely in 2 years into office and they are already defecting. Wike, while pledging loyalty to the party, criticized the PDP's Governors Forum for making decisions he claimed were outside the bounds of party laws. He emphasized that the forum's interventions had only worsened tensions instead of reducing them. And you see that these guys are the ones giving Wike this important relevance within the APC, within the PDP, I beg your pardon, despite everything that Wike has done. You see that some PDP governors, they still fear Wike, they still dread Wike. So Wike definitely is who he think he is. I can tell you for free, because despite everything that Wike has done within the party, the anti-party, him destroying the party and making sure that he pushes everyone out of the party, which has definitely worked, now they want to resolve issues. So I guess Wike is just trying to, patch things in order with some few persons so that they can bring in a candidate in the PDP that would run against Tinubu or even run with Tinubu, because they might merge the votes together in 2027. So Wike, while pledging loyalty, emphasized that the forum's interventions had only worsened tensions instead of resolving them. Governor Seyi Makinde, on his own part, also expressed disappointment over the conduct of some party officials, describing it as disrespectful and counterproductive. So both leaders were reportedly said to have agreed to encourage a political rather than legal resolution to the ongoing disputes. And part of their consensus included revisiting the zonal congress outcomes and the party's leadership decision to ensure a broader inclusion. Meanwhile, cracks within the PDP widened further in April when the Delta State Governor Sheriff Oboriwori and the former Governor Ifeanyi Okowa defected to the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), which Nyesom Wike congratulated them for. You can see what's going on here, my country people. Delivering a heavy blow to the opposition party's morale and the 2027 prospects. Wike hailed for Sheriff Oboriwori. Wike hailed the former governor of Delta State, Ifeanyi Okowa. He applauded them. He congratulated them for joining the APC. This is the same Wike who is a PDP member and who is trying to allegedly resolve issues within the party. And amid the eternal turmoil, two party figures have directed blame at Atiku Abubakar. All the blames are being heaped on Atiku. Everybody is pointing fingers at Atiku. They are saying Atiku did this, Atiku did that, accusing him of fueling divisions through his persistent presidential ambition. Yes, I know that Atiku also had a role to play in PDP's downfall. Atiku also had a major role to play, and also each and every one of them also had a role to play, because they gave Atiku the chance to keep on fostering his presidential ambition. The PDP is a political party and not a personal party for Atiku Abubakar. So if they stood their ground and said no to Atiku in 2023, maybe all these things won't be happening. Had it been, even if they do not want Wike to emerge as a presidential candidate, maybe they zoned it and gave it to Peter Obi. Yes, had it been they gave it to Peter Obi, because the PDP sat back and watched Wike frustrate Obi, which made Obi to leave the party, which made Obi to leave PDP for the Labour Party. And what did they do? They did not do anything. They watched as Wike played his tricks, and Atiku also did his own. So everybody in PDP has to be blamed for what is happening in PDP. Not only Atiku Abubakar. Atiku Abubakar played a major role, but every one of them should be accused of fueling divisions in the party, because they gave Atiku that chance to keep on fueling and with his persistent presidential ambition. A senior member of the PDP's National Working Committee and a former Deputy National Publicity Secretary, Diren Odeyemi, had called on Atiku to publicly step down from the 2027 race. For the sake of the party's unity, Atiku has contested, under the PDP for several times and has failed. So according to them, it is time for him to let go. That his ambition is tearing the party apart. And from the look of things, I don't think Atiku will be running again in 2027. I mean, these past few months have been filled with calls for Atiku to drop his presidential ambition. And Atiku should act as a father to upcoming candidates. Atiku is an elder statesman at this point and shouldn't even stress himself with running for an election. So there have been calls that they should put the party's survival first before any personal goals or objective. So as the countdown to 2027 continues, the PDP faces a crucial test. Can it overcome its eternal strife? Can the PDP unify its leaders? Can they offer a credible challenge to the APC with Wike there, with defections mounting and trust eroding? The next step taken by the party's leaders and governors could determine whether the PDP would survive the storm or sink deeper into political obscurity. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comment section. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Bye for now.